This prayer clears what you can't explain. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today uh, we will discuss about Ho'oponopono prayer. I have been getting some requests regarding doing some healing techniques. So I thought this is the best method to do. I assume most of them know about Ho'oponopono prayer, the history, but if there is someone who don't know, so this prayer comes with four phrases. That is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. So what it means is take responsibility of whatever is going on in your life. Not just whatever is happening in our life, but also take responsibility of how other people are showing up to us. So I will just go through the backstory or the famous story about this prayer. So there was a doctor called Dr. Hulin, and this is a Hawaiian technique or prayer. So this doctor was assigned to a psych ward wherein there are many aggressive patients, and they come with different backgrounds like murderers, rapists. So a lot of aggressiveness was going in there, and most of the doctors who were taking in charge were resigning or moving from that ward within like 1-2 months. So this Dr. Hulin was assigned to the ward, and what he did, he didn't directly see the patients. He got everyone's this patient record, and he started reading the full patient record, and whenever he was going through the patient record, he was saying or praying to himself these four words. What he meant is, I'm sorry, because when it come to my consciousness, that means I created it. I'm sorry for creating this kind of consciousness, and putting this meaning to this person. Please forgive me for my either consciously manifesting or unconsciously manifesting this. I love you means it is like a prayer to the God or universe, wherein I love you, that for removing this consciousness from my environment. Thank you means thank you for giving me a happy life, or for removing this. You can assign different meanings if you have gone through different YouTube channels. Most of them, the prayer, the way they do is different, but the technique is same. It's about taking responsibility ourselves. So how I do it, I'll just explain. How I do is whenever I'm going through a tough situation, I will think about that situation in my mind, and before starting the prayer, and then I go to a meditative state for about 15 minutes. So, and then I repeat this statement, that I'm sorry. So I'm sorry if it's regarding love or relationship. I'm sorry for creating this much complications in my love. That's the thing. I will not tell these words, but that's what go inside my mind. I'm sorry for creating this much complication in my love life. Please forgive me for either consciously or unconsciously thinking about these thoughts and bringing it into my reality. I love you. So I love you. I always say that to God. I love you, God, that you always provide me with a lot of abundance, but I was the one limiting myself with these thoughts. I love you for giving me this much information as well, and removing this unnecessary or unwanted thoughts from my mind. So I give that meaning to I love you and thank you. When I say thank you, I feel like God removed that thoughts from my mind. So how I feel is, and why I'm doing like for 15 times, not just one time, because once you get into this meditative state and repeat the words again and again and again, you feel something that change inside. And most of the times, in the starting stage, or even when now I'm doing something uh, to remove some or healing process I'm doing, so most of the time when I do this, there's a lot of heaviness that's happening in my mind. And then when you do for multiple times, that heaviness just go down. And I've heard a few channels, or many channels, they have mentioned 108 times, that is 108 times to repeat this prayer. I don't keep a count, because when I keep a count, my concentration on the prayer was going. So of course that works because it's always repetition. It always, when you repeat, you can feel that heaviness is going away. And one more thing that I do is, like, I don't know, that come to my mind always. How I feel is, I feel like a kind of CD, like a round CD, and there's a lot of dust. So I feel like that is my consciousness. When I pray, I can see a light, um, a warm cozy light, and it's like in coming up from the mountain. So I assume that as God, and then I can also see kind of a CD that is like inside me, and that CD have a lot of dust. And each time I do this prayer, when I finish off this thank you, I feel like, something, like God is rubbing, or universe is rubbing that thoughts away. So each time I can see the CD getting clear. So by, like, when I reach 15 times, I assume most of the dirt in the CD is gone. I can see that. That's what visualization come to me. I didn't force anything. When I was praying, this visualization was the one coming to me, and actually I like it that way. I feel like, okay, that thoughts are removed from my consciousness now. And I will also explain few success stories, so how this works as well. So one of the success story is, when I was in Australia, I was doing my full time. I started my studies. I needed more money to pay off my fees, and I didn't want to take any loan. So what I did, I was like, I'm going to do a part-time job that will give me more money to pay off my fees and everything. And I was manifesting. I was doing this healing technique for, I can say, for a week at that moment, because at that time I always, I didn't have much negative thoughts on my job related things. So I was doing this prayer for a week, and one of my colleague called me, and he told, you know what, I saw this guy, he was having a chat with me, and he told he's looking for a person like this, and I have redirected him to you, so if you are interested, you can take it up. And I had a chat with him. It was a wonderful chat, and whatever amount I asked for, there was a negotiation. So here, most of the time, it's like per hour we get paid. So I told one amount, and maybe $2-3 less. He told he can be like, he can give it to me. At that moment, it was not a big amount difference, and I accepted that. And I accepted. Everything was good. He told, okay, I'll give you a call, and then we can start on the project. And he was not, like, I didn't get the call. 1 day, 2 day passed by. I was like, it's okay, he will be taking his time, that's fine. But after 2 days, I started panicking. And I was, one time, from my uni to my stay at that time, it was almost 30 minutes I have to travel in train. So that 30 minutes, I started repeatedly praying this, and I started crying as well. I don't know, I don't have much money blockage, but I started crying, like, because I feel like God have given this much abundance to me, but I am limiting myself to this much salary, these things. I don't know, when you are saying this prayer, once you practice, you can feel it. When you see that we are the reason for our circumstance, it hit us in a different way. So that was going on in my life. I cried actually in the train for some time, and within the 30 minutes, by, like, just before my stop, I got the call from this guy, and he asked, can you start tomorrow? Sorry for delaying the call, because I was in between something. And even the meaning I assigned came, that he was in between something. So this is one success story about money or job. And another success story about relationship. So when it comes to relationship, I can say, because one of the person in the comment, I've asked about healing relationship with parents. So that's why I am emphasizing my mom itself. So me and my mom, we are of different character. So when different characters are in the same house, how it happens, like we will not be in the same space always, right? So there will be times where, you know, she might say something that will not align good to me, and I will not listen. You know, that thing was happening always. Or, you know, small fight. And uh, and it was every day. And it was not like it just started now. From I can say from like from my 10th 12th till I finish my college, or till I uh, got to know about this practices. These fights were there, but of course that will go away. But it was, some fights were taking time for me, because you know, I she was rude, I would be rude, and it took me like a 1 day or something to completely, you know, I will feel that anger as kids or as children. So that happened in most of the household, I believe. So so this was always happening with me and my mom, and I love my mom like anything, and I don't want this. I want a, you know, I want a real connection with my mom. So what I did, because, and it's easy, I always test it with my mom, the manifestation techniques I'm doing. uh, Maybe I will write, when I'm doing the list technique, I'll write, okay, today my mom brought me this, you know, things that she never have got me. Because this I'm testing, I always test manifestation, because it is necessary for us to have proof, so that we know, okay, this works. So what I did is, I was testing with my mom this prayer. I thought about her, and I was repeatedly doing. Like, I cried a lot at that time. And you know, it actually changed our relationship. And when we are having a fight as well, even though I might be reacting at that moment, but immediately or at that time itself, I will be like praying. And the funny part is, once I'm doing the praying, you know, by end of the fight, we both will be laughing, and that fight is vanished. And me and my mom have the greatest connection now. Like, whatever I say, she understand, whatever she say, I understand. So I want to emphasize this, because one of the viewers, she's going through difficult situation, and I hope this will help her to heal relationship with parents. And this can be with your boyfriend, this can be with your job as well. I have healed multiple times whenever I feel like uh, the work environment is too much. I always do this prayer. To be frank, I always do this prayer before starting my work every day, because I don't want any negativity and drama going on in my life, in my work life or professional life. So I do this, and it always works. So thank you guys for being here. And if you have any other video suggestion, it would be great, and it would give me more ideas how to come up with the videos and help you guys to resolve something that I have already practiced. So see you soon. Bye bye.